I request the deans of all schools, the directors of all schools, as well as the principals of all schools to please come out to the dais. The deans of different divisions, the directors of different divisions, and the principals of different schools to occupy the place on the dais.
Yeah. Chairs you can put next to speaker there. There's a lot of place. Kiran, uncle's putting. Speaker, place it. You take it. Near the speaker. Near the speaker. Yes. You take that chair. Presents, occupy the chairs. We are about to start. Jinsi madam, everything set now. You can start. कोई बाहर तो अंदर भेज.
I request the principals of different schools, Dr. Vikas Rawat, Dr. Apar Saoji, the deans of different divisions, Dr. Narayan Bera, Dr. Ramesh, Professor Jayaraman, to please come over the dais. We have the controller of examinations, Dr. Soni Kumari. The director of code. I also request the awardees of DSC and DLIT to come on to the dais. DSC, DLIT awardees to please come over the dais. Have our chief guest and other dignitaries arrive. Kindly maintain silence. Let us Give another warm round of applause for all our dignitaries. Kindly maintain silence. We are going to restart the convocation ceremony. A little chaos was a short commercial break. We will take it very sportively. And this is our university all about. In a span of 20 minutes, we are again back with the same Josh, same spirit, same positivity. So nothing can stop us. So we are very proud to be here and thank you. Extend our hearty thanks and gratitude to our chief guest to bearing with all these chaos. And I think we had the goddess of wisdom invoked and she blessed us with lot of wisdom to arrange all this. But we forgot Vinayaka Stotra. Vigna has to be removed. We will restart again with the Vinayaka Stotra by Dr. Arundhati once again.
गौरी नंदन गजवदना गणेश वरदा मां पाहि गजमुख एकदन्ता गजानना हे गौरी नंदन जवदना गणेश वरदा
Thank you, Dr. Arundhati. We will start from where our VC sir stopped.
So again we are back with plan B. Friends, there was a competition among the 5 elements. Who is great? Whether Akasha, Vayu, Prithvi, Agni or Jala. Which is the most powerful and the champion? Can you just guess? It is Prana, that is Vayu. In spite we have made all arrangements, the Prana has taken over, the Vayu has taken over the leadership. No worry, and let us express our gratitude to that Prana Shakti. And it did not damage us. It only gave us a new avenue how to face the circumstances with new challenges. By your cooperation and the blessings of the Lord, we have been able to come to plan B now. Friends, once again, welcoming our chief guest and all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. I would like to just go with further, very little. Our Guruji, Dr. Nagendra, was honored with the TV9 award in 2022, and S-VYASA feels proud to congratulate Dr. Manjunath NK, the Pro Vice Chancellor of our university, for receiving Yoga Forum Munchen Patanjali Award for Excellence in Interdisciplinary Development of Yoga. Yoga Forum Munchen dedicated this award in the memory of Patanjali, author of Patanjali Yoga Sutra, to encourage interdisciplinary activities and research on yoga, and also for receiving Bharat Gaurav Award in 2023 for his lifetime achievement and contributions to the field of yoga research and integrative medicine. The year 2023, S-VYASA deemed university entered into 17 national and international memorandums of understandings. On this occasion, I place on records the contributions of all the teaching faculty and non-teaching members of the university who are the building blocks for transforming many. I congratulate each and everyone on this occasion. Jai Bharat, Jai Bharat, Jai Shri Ram.
Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Soni Kumari, Controller of Examination, to present with the report of the details of the degrees to be conferred.
Congrats to all the graduates, those who are going to receive today their degree. So the graduate details are under various programs as follows. PhD, there are 15 students. MD, 6 students. MSc Yoga Therapy, 48. MSc Yoga and Vedic Therapy, 10. BNYS, 64. BSc Yoga Therapy, 25. BSc Yoga and Consciousness, 7. All in regular mode. And MSc Yoga in code mode, 3.10. BSc Yoga in code mode, 44. So there are total 529 students who are going to receive their degree in today's convocation, 21st convocation. Congrats to one and all those who are going to receive their degrees. Now I request the members on the stage to approve and accept the degrees given to candidate by chanting Om, by saying Om. Om. Thank you. Congratulations.
By virtue of the authority vested on me as the Chancellor of S-VYASA, Dean of the Yoga University, I hereby confer the degrees on these candidates. Please present the candidate.
I now request our Pro Vice Chancellor and Director of Research, Dr. Manjunath NK, to present the awardees of DSc and DLIT.
It's my privilege to present 3 candidates for this year, 2 receiving at a national category, in the national category, a DSc and a DLIT, and 1 receiving in the international category, a DLIT. With your permission, I present the candidates, respected chairperson. The first candidate for the Doctor of Science, which is a very well-known category at S-VYASA because we maintain that those who have contributed to yoga research through publications will be recognized, and those who have contributed to yoga research in the form of number of citations, number of projects completed, and other contributions made to the society will be recognized in this category. The first candidate is Dr. Gautam Sharma. Dr. Gautam Sharma is the professor of Department of Cardiology. He is the founder and professor in charge of Center for Integrative Medicine and Research, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi. Dr. Gautam Sharma has completed his MD in Internal Medicine and DM in Cardiology. AIMS postdoctoral fellow was accorded to him by the electrophysiology from Royal Adelaide Hospital, Australia. He is also a prolific interventional cardiologist. He has little more than 130 publications. His major contribution to yoga research has been recognized today with around 15 projects and around 35 publications in yoga research is something to laud today. Dr. Gautam Sharma. I request Dr. Gautam Sharma request Dr. Gautam Sharma to use the podium and give your impression about your research for 2 minutes. I'm deeply honored to receive this recognition, and I received this award with deep humility on behalf of my fellow researchers and staff at the Center for Integrated Medicine and Research, the CIMR at AIIMS, New Delhi. S-VYASA has been pioneering education and research in the field of yoga for the last so many decades in our country. To receive this award from this prestigious university, from Guruji himself and his talented faculty is indeed special. As a matter of fact, CIMR has been supported by S-VYASA from its very inception. Guidance by Guruji and Dr. Manjunathji and Acharyaji's reassuring availability has helped us immensely at every step. However, the personality that has shaped our journey and influenced our ethics is none other than our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. His vision and ambition not only define CIMR, but is also a constant source of inspiration for us to propel ourselves on the path, which is the confluence of modern medicine with Indian traditional medicine. I am personally indebted to him for having introduced me to this wonderful world of yoga, and that has changed my life both personally and professionally. We at the CIMR AIIMS are trying to fulfill the promise that we made to him of generating evidence-based medicine for yoga, and we never forget that. The idea of mind-body medicine is new in the West, but here in this ancient land of ours, it has been there from the very beginning. The implosion of NCDs linked to modern lifestyle has resulted in spiraling healthcare costs, and yoga is a therapeutic option that is cost-effective and efficacious. Its potential as a standalone or as an adjunct modality is tremendous, and it's just waiting to be tapped. The S-VYASA AIIMS collaboration has given birth to CIMR at AIIMS New Delhi today, and seeing the potential, the government of India is now replicating this very model in all AIIMS across the country. And that credit goes to you, Guruji. In our short existence of 7 years or so, we've had the satisfaction of seeing our research being published in high-quality international mainstream journals, and our work being presented at the top scientific forums, whether it is American College of Cardiology, European Society of Cardiology, Heart Rhythm Society, and others. The media in the West has too shown an interest in our work. I mean, it's not every day that the New York Times does a story on your work. I deeply appreciate your recognition, sirs, of our work, but a lot more needs to be done before yoga realizes its true position in the world of clinical medicine. We hope to continue collaborating with you towards that end. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Dr. Gautam. Now I call upon the candidate who is receiving Doctor of Letters for this year in the national category, Dr. K. Leela Prakash. Dr. K. Leela Prakash is the founder director of Dr. K. Krishnamurthy Research Foundation, and Dr. K. Krishnamurthy is a renowned Sanskrit scholar, Indologist, and very well-known personality, and Madam is taking his legacy forward. Madam has a master's and doctorate degree in Sanskrit and also a master's degree in psychology. She taught Sanskrit, Ayurveda, yoga in several colleges in Mysore and Bangalore, established Dr. K. Krishnamurthy Foundation in 2011, and organized several state, national conferences on Sanskrit, language, literature, Ayurveda, yoga, and she is also a honored eminent speaker. She has authored
10 works in Sanskrit, given invited talks in universities across India, UK, Europe, USA, and she has received several felicitations and awards. It's our privilege to bestow the Doctor of Letters on Dr. Leela Prakash. Madam, I request you to give your impressions on your work for 2 minutes.
येन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचा मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरोत्तं प्रवरं मुनीनां पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिरानतोऽस्मि. वेदिकायाम् उपस्थितानां गण्यानां हार्दं स्वागतं व्याहरामि. Today is the very special day for me because I never anticipated this greatest degree, that too from S-VYASA University I will get this, but I can say this auspicious day, even Vivekananda's birthday too, that gives me immense pleasure. ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಅದು ನನಗೆ ಮಾತೃಭಾಷೆ ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ನನಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸಂತೋಷ ಅಂತ ಯಾರು ಅನ್ಯಥಾ ಭಾವಿಸಬೇಡಿ. ಯೋಗ ಅಂದರೆ ಬರೀ ಆಸನವಲ್ಲ, ಯೋಗ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಷ್ಟಾಂಗ, ಯಮ ನಿಯಮ, ಪ್ರಾಣಾಯಾಮ, ಪ್ರತ್ಯಾಹಾರ, ಧ್ಯಾನ, ಧಾರಣ, ಸಮಾಧಿ. ಈ 8 ಕಲಿತವನೇ ನಿಜವಾದ ಯೋಗಿ. ಕೊನೆಯ 3 ಮಾನಸಿಕಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಮೊದಲನೇ 5 ದೇಹಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದಂಥದ್ದು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಯೋಗ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯುಜಿರ್ ಧಾತುವಿನಿಂದ ಜೀವಾತ್ಮ ಆತ್ಮ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮಗಳ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನದಿಂದ ಯೋಗ ಉಂಟಾಗುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಯೋಗವನ್ನ ಯಾರು ಕಲಿತಾನೋ ಅವನು ಆಹಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಮಚಿತ್ತತೆಯನ್ನು ಸಾಧಿಸ್ತಾನೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ಉಸಿರಾಟದ ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣವನ್ನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಆಹಾರದ ಪದ್ಧತಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಏಕಾಗ್ರ ಚಿತ್ತನಾಗ್ತಾನೆ, ಇಂದ್ರಿಯ ನಿಗ್ರಹವನ್ನೂ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ತಯಾರಾಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಜಪ ತಪಗಳನ್ನು ನಿಷ್ಠೆಯಿಂದ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನಲ್ಲಿ ಐಕ್ಯತೆಯನ್ನು ಹೊಂದುವಂತಹದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಯೋಗವನ್ನ ನಾವು ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಅಷ್ಟಾಂಗ ಯೋಗವನ್ನೇ ಮುಂಚೆ ಋಷಿಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪುರುಷಾರ್ಥ ಚತುಷ್ಟಯಗಳಾದ ಧರ್ಮಾರ್ಥ ಕಾಮ ಮೋಕ್ಷಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮೋಕ್ಷವನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಪಡೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿದೆ. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋರೆಲ್ಲ ಸಪ್ತರ್ಷಿಗಳು. ಇಂದ್ರನ ಸಭೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಪ್ತರ್ಷಿಗಳಿದ್ದ ಹಾಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ರು ತಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿಷ್ಠೆಗಳಿಂದ ಬೆಳಗಿದವರು. ನಮ್ಮ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ನಾಗೇಂದ್ರ ಗುರೂಜಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಅಂತ ಬೇರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಯಂ ನಿಜ ಪರೋ ವೇತಿ ಗಣನಾ ಲಘುಚೇತಸಾಂ ಉದಾರ ಚರಿತಾನಂತು ವಸುಧೈವ ಕುಟುಂಬಕಂ ಅಂತ. ಇಡೀ ಜಗತ್ತೇ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮನೆ ಇದ್ದ ಹಾಗೆ. ಇವರು ಪರರು, ಇವರು ನಮ್ಮವರು ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿಯೇ ಇವತ್ತೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯ ಜನರನ್ನ ನಾನು ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅವರು ಆಯುರ್ವೇದ ಮತ್ತೆ ಯೋಗ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲದರಲ್ಲಿಯೂ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಮನಃಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ, ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್. ಇವತ್ತು ಅವರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಜಪವನ್ನ ಹೋಮ ಹವನವನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಂದು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದೇನಿದೆ, ಸರಸ್ವತಿಯ ಅನುಗ್ರಹ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಅವರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಅವರಿಗೆ ವಂದಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಇನ್ನು ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಕೋಟೆಮನೆ ಸರ್ ಅವರು ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇದೆ, ಅವರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಕಾರ್ಯ ಚೆನ್ನೈನಹಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಸುಪ್ರಸಿದ್ಧವಾದದ್ದು. ನಮ್ಮ AITC ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಆದಂತಹ ಇವರು ಸೀತಾರಾಮ್ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವರು ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತಹ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿಷ್ಠೆಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಮುಗಿದೇ ಇರೋದು. ಹೀಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ರು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಹಾಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾರ್ ಆದ ಶಿವಶಂಕರ್ ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ತಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸಜ್ಜನತೆಯನ್ನ ಹಾಗೂ ಸಂಭಾವ್ಯತೆಯನ್ನ ಹಾಗೂ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಮಟ್ಟದ ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮೊದಲು ನಾನು ನಮಸ್ಕಾರವನ್ನ, ವಂದನೆ, ಅಭಿವಂದನೆ ತಿಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ ನಂದು ಕಾವ್ಯ ಮೀಮಾಂಸಾ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆಯವರು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ ಆನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. I have brought 40 books of Dr. K. Krishnamurti through my foundation, and also I have written 60 books in varied fields on Ayurveda, on Sanskrit grammar, poetry, novel, travelogue, and criticism. Likewise, I have written more than 60, and my valuable articles extends more than 200, and I have given upanyasas, I can say lectures on Bhagavad Gita, on Indian culture, not only here, even in the remote villages and also in Pittsburgh and other places. If a person, if he really becomes human, if he is having a humanity, he can achieve anything in this world, but 90% of perspiration should be there, then 10% of inspiration will come. If you are not a parishrami, You cannot achieve anything in this world. I will be always telling, everybody will be having sorrows and agonies. You should come out of that. First you will be having Vedana, then Samvedana, and then you will be having Sadhana. To achieve that, you should struggle. And whenever the things comes, today the mishap happened, you have seen. Dukkeshu anudvigna manaha sukheshu vigata spruhaha vitaraga bhayakrodaha stitadihi muniruchyate. In Bhagavad Gita they say, even in the sorrows or joy, your mind should be stable. Then you can call as Stita Prajna. You all can learn through yoga, Ayurveda, and naturopathy. These are all our rishis have given a great gift, and you should, being a student, you should follow that legacy. And this degree, that is so important to me, and it has increased my responsibility. To this degree, I have to work hard. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you very much, Dr. Leela Prakash. Now I have the privilege of presenting the only candidate for the international category this year, for Doctor of Letters, Dr. Rajiv Malhotra. This name is very popular and many of you are aware of his work preserving Indian culture, Indian civilization, and talking all about it openly across the world. Dr. Rajiv Malhotra is not here. The degree is being awarded in absentia, but it's my privilege to give you a glimpse of his work. Dr. Rajiv Malhotra is the Managing Director of Infinity Foundation based in New York, in USA. He is an Indian-American researcher, an author, speaker, thinker, and public intellectual, contemporary public intellectual who always dwelled upon contemporary issues as they relate to civilization as well as cross-cultural interests, spirituality, and science. He has completed his master's in physics and then computer science in United States of America. He has become an entrepreneur and founded and run several IT companies spanning across 20 countries. He has been researching on civilizations and technology from a historical, social science, and mind science perspective. His best-selling books, there are several of them. Couple to mention here, Being Different is one of his bestseller, and where he has focused on an Indian challenge to Western universalism. And another book, Breaking India, where Western interventions in Dravidian and Dalit fault lines. And the third one, Indra's Net, Defending Hinduism, Philosophical Unity, and another one, Battle for Sanskrit. His latest book on artificial intelligence and the future of power was very well known in recent times. He has produced several books, several documentaries, is a well-known anchor covering interviews of eminent personalities. A 14-volume series on the history of Indian science and technology has made big name in the field of science and technology coming from India. It's my privilege once again presenting Dr. Rajiv Malhotra to the degree of Doctor of Letters. I request the authorities to accept the degree, then I have the video of Dr. Rajiv Malhotra accepting the degree, which will be played. Thank you. Can I request the tech team to thank you?
Namaste. I'm delighted to accept this recognition from S-VYASA University. I have known this university for the past few decades, given my friendship with Dr. Nagendra. He and I have been friends and fellow travelers. We've worked on many things together, attended many conferences. I've given talks at your university a few times. My own journey is mostly a self-discovery, research for my own quest for truth, and then writing it for other people. And I've written over a dozen such books, which are research books of my own. And now, as I get older, I'm more interested in not only completing my work, but also transferring it over to the next generation. So we're building a new team in Infinity Foundation, and many other young people are who are interested in joining are welcome to approach us, and we'd love to make you part of it. This is a yagna. My journey has been a yagna, and documenting the yagna as part of the research, and now transferring this knowledge to the next generation. This is my pleasure. It's been an honor to know Dr. Nagendra and S-VYASA, and I'm delighted once again that you've given me this honor. Thank you very much. Jai Shri Ram.
Thank you, Dr. Manjunath Tenke. Now we move on to the graduation giving of PhD graduates. For this, I request the Dean of Academics, Dr. Ramesh Mavatur, to kindly present the names of the PhD graduates.
Good morning, one and all. With the permission of the Honorable Chancellor and the Vice Chancellor, I would like to request the PhD graduates to come and receive the award. We'll start with Krishna D. Krishna's work was on changes in cortical and autonomic activities during heartfulness meditation. It was a cross-sectional with an immediate effect study. His guide was Dr. Deepeshwar Singh, and Dr. Krishna could show that meditation practice as affecting the mental states of traits and personality. Next, I would like to call upon Venkateshan R. Mr. Venkateshan R's work was on role of yoga on the psychological profile of emerging adults and its implication on implicit attitude towards engineering. This was a very unique study. This was guided by Dr. Judu Idavarasu. He was able to understand what brings people towards engineering course and what also moves them away from that course, looking at it in a psychological perspective. Next, I would like to invite Ms. Jyoti Singh. Her work was on yoga as an add-on intervention to the conventional management of ankylosing spondylitis. It was conducted as a randomized controlled trial. Her guide was Dr. Kashinath Mitri, and a co-guide was Dr. Padmini Tekur. This was a translational research, one of the very much required translational research in spondylitis. Next, I would like to call upon Sheetal J. Gupta. The title of her thesis was Can Sudarshana Kriya Yoga and related meditation techniques facilitate acclimatization at high altitude? Her guide was Dr. Manjunath N.K. Co-guide was Dr. Akshay Anand and Dr. Disha Banushali. She has used several biomarkers in her studies and quite convincingly shown that yoga intervention and in particular Sudarshan Kriya can help in acclimatization at higher altitudes. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Chidananda. His work, the title of his thesis was prefrontal oxygenation changes associated with working memory following yoga practice in type 2 diabetes mellitus. And this was also guided by Dr. Deepeshwar Singh, and his work could show that mild cognitive impairment changing into dementia is almost 1.5 times higher in diabetic people, and by doing yoga, you can retard the progress. Next, I would like to call upon Krishna Chaitanya. His work of his thesis was yoga for smartphone addiction. He was guided by Dr. Deepeshwar Singh, and he had a co-guide, Dr. Rajesh. So a very relevant study for the contemporary world. I hope we can start using whatever Krishna Chaitanya has found out. I think one of the first people I would like to implement this on is on my daughter actually. Next, I would like to invite Kanika Verma. The title of her thesis was a randomized comparative clinical study to evaluate the efficacy of yoga module and Nasya Karma in insomnia. She was guided by Dr. Deepeshwar Singh, and she had a co-guide in Dr. Alok Srinivas. So her work is also very important, as every human being spends almost 1/3 of his life in sleep. So taking care of sleep is also as important as your diet and stress. Next, I would like to call upon Usha Mohan. The title of her thesis was The Effect of Brahmari Pranayama and Mind Wandering on Auditory Evoked Potential. She was guided by Dr. Judu Ilavarsu, and she had very famous and big co-guides, Dr. T.M. Srinivasan, Dr. Yamini, and Dr. Arvind Kumar. Ms. Usha Mohan was a banker until she decided to move to yoga and even pursue her PhD. Next, I would like to invite Senthil Kumar. The title of his thesis was Study of Mindfulness on Emotional Regulation Strategies Using Implicit and Explicit Paradigms. He was guided by Dr. Rajesh S.K. and the co-guide was Dr. Judu Ilavarsu. This is again a very unique work where we can try to understand the emotional regulation through implicit parameters, which was not tried before. Next, I would like to invite Singh. The title of his thesis was The Effect of Yoga and Mindfulness Meditation on Chronic Low Back Pain in Computer Users. As we know him, has been guided by Dr. Padmini Teku, who is one of the authorities on back pain and yoga, and she was guided by Dr. T.M. Srinivasan and Dr. Yamini. And he has brought out some very interesting facts and figures about back pain in computer users in his study. Next, I would like to invite Shweta Chauhan. The title of her thesis was Combined Effect of Yoga and Naturopathy on Uncomplicated Varicose Vein Disease. She used a randomized control trial design. She was guided by Dr. Sanjeev Patra, and she had a co-guide, Dr. Jitendra Lakhani. So this is again a very important translational research. There was not much work on yoga and varicose vein, and she is one of the first one to work in this area. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Meenakshi. The thesis of her title was Understanding the Molecular Basis of Effect of Yoga on Overweight and Obese Population, a randomized control trial. She was guided by Dr. Ramesh. Dr. Meenakshi has very clearly shown through her study that the mechanism of action of yoga. There were many studies previously showing obesity can be with yoga, but she was able to show the mechanism of action of such efficacy. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Parimala Shrikanteshwara. She is not here today. The thesis of her title was Study of Knowledge, Attitude and Practice of Physicians on Yoga in Karnataka. She was guided by Professor Vidwan Ramchandra G. Bhatt, and her co-guide was Dr. Judu Ilavarsu. Next, I would like to invite Sachi Sharma. The title of her thesis was Effect of Yogic Practice on Body Postures and its Correlation with Physical and Mental Health in Adolescents. She was guided by Dr. Vikas Rawat. I know Ms. Sachi was one of the fastest to complete her PhD. I congratulate her for that. I would like to invite Amit Kanti. The thesis of his title is Neural Correlates of Cognitive Performance in Type 2 Diabetes mellitus patients following yoga practice, a randomized control trial. He was guided by Dr. Deepeshwar Singh. So this is again a very important translational research done by Amit, where this has a lot of importance because in diabetes, the mild cognitive impairment is also called as cognopathy. So a very relevant field to work on and see the efficacy of yoga. So here we come to the end of the PhD graduates. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now moving on to the graduation of MD, I request Dr. Apar Sahuji, Principal of the School of Yoga and Naturopathy Medicine, to present the names of the MD graduates.
Chancellor, I take this privilege to present the Doctor of Medicine graduates, 4 in person, 2 in absentia. The people in person, we have Dr. H.M. Vinaya, who is a yoga naturopathy physician. She has done her dissertation on effect of mind-sound resonance technique on chronic musculoskeletal pain, stress, anxiety, and sleep quality in geriatric population at an old age home, a randomized controlled trial. Next up, we have Dr. Pravalika B., another yoga naturopathy physician who has worked in occupational health, looking at the musculoskeletal pain and quality of life in industry workers. Next up, we have Dr. Gauli Madhur from Maharashtra, an MBBS graduate who has worked on mind-sound resonance technique in climacteric symptoms, perceived stress and quality of sleep in perimenopausal women. We have Dr. Amruta MP working as a government medical officer, yoga naturopathy physician. She has worked on the effect of uninostril yoga breathing on prefrontal cortex oxygenation under Dr. Deepeshwar Singh. I request Honorable Chancellor and the August gathering to kindly confer the degrees of Doctor of Medicine to Dr. Maheshwar Bhatta and Dr. Tutu Narayanan in absentia.
I request the dignitaries to kindly be seated. The rest of the awards to be given post the function, but I request our Dean, Dr. Ramesh Mathur, to announce the graduates. So when he is announcing, I request the corresponding group of graduates to raise and then sit down.
With the permission of the Chancellor and the Vice Chancellor, I have the privilege of announcing the graduates. As I read the name of the course, I request the graduates to please rise, get recognized, and then you can take your seat. MSc YT. Sir, I present to you the graduates of MSc YT. Introduce. Sir, I request you to declare the award for our MSc YT graduates. Thank you. Please have your seat. Next, I would like to request MSc YVT graduates to please rise. Sir, I request you to recognize the graduates and confer the degree on them. Congratulations. Thank you. Please have your seat. Next, I would like to request the BNYS graduates to rise. Sir, I request you again to recognize them and confer the degree. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you. Please have your seat. I'd like to request next BSc YT graduates. Sir, I request again to confer the degrees. Congratulations. Please have your seat. Next will be BSc YC, Yoga and Consciousness. Thank you. Please be seated. I know half of the hall will be standing up now. I would now request the ODL graduates, starting with MSc Yoga. Sir, I request you to recognize and confer the degrees on them. Congratulations. Please be seated. And from ODL again, BSc Yoga graduates. Sir, I request you to recognize and confer the degrees on them. Thank you. Congratulations. Please be seated. So hereby we have completed all the courses. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations for all the graduates. Move to graduates. Now we move on to a very significant and meaningful moment. Administering oath is customary, but graduates, it is not a formality. It is a commitment to uphold the values and principles of our esteemed institution and to carry forward the knowledge and wisdom acquired during your academic journey. As the oath is administered, I request all the graduates to prayerfully receive it with the trinity of mind, body, and spirit, as well as the parents and spouses and the well-wishers who are watching it telecasted in Shruti Mandir to bless your dear ones so that their academic journey becomes blissful. I request our Professor Dr. Jayaraman, Dean of Spirituality, to kindly administer the oath, Guru Upadesha.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Namaste to all the dignitaries here. Gurureva Gati. The graduates today are requested to please stand up. Gurureva Gati, Gurumeva Bhaje, Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave. न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोर्मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो. This is the oath that comes straight from the source of our dharma, Vedokhilo Dharma Moolam. So the Shishyanushāsanam from the Taittiriya Upanishad, after imparting the Vedic education, the teacher, the guru, gives the following advice. This has come down to us from many millennia. Initially, I will chant the mantras. Please prayerfully listen to them, and then I will give the gist of the meaning. Om Vedamanuchyācāryom te vāsinamanushāsti satyam vada Dharmanchara Swadhyayanma Pramadaha Acharyaya Priyam Dhanamahritya Prajatantum Mabhyavachetsi Satyanna Pramaditavyam Dharmanna Pramaditavyam Kushalanna Pramaditavyam Bhutyaina Pramaditavyam Swadhyaya Pravachanabhyanna Pramaditavyam Deva Pitrikaryabhyanna Pramaditavyam Matrudevo Bhava Pitrudevo Bhava Acharya Devo Bhava Atithi Devo Bhava Yanyanavadyani karmani Tani sevitavyani No itarani Yanyasmakadum sucharitani Tani tvayopasyani No itarani Ye kechasmachreyagumso brahmanaha Tesham tvayasanena prashvasitavyam Shraddhaya deyam Ashraddhaya deyam Shriya deyam Khriya deyam Bhiya deyam Samvida deyam अथ यदि ते कर्म विचिकित्सा वा वृत्तविचिकित्सा वा स्यात् ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः युक्ता आयुक्ताः अलूक्षा धर्मकामाः स्युः यथा ते तत्र वर्तेरन् तथा तत्र वर्तेथाः अथाभ्याख्यातेषु ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः युक्ता आयुक्ताः अलूक्षा धर्मकामाः स्युः यथा ते तेषु वर्तेरन् तथा तेषु वर्तेथाः एष आदेशः एष उपदेशः एषा वेदोपनिषत् एतदनुशासनम् एवमुपासितव्यम् एवमुचैतदुपास्यम्. The gist, the meaning of this is as follows. After having imparted the Vedic education, the Acharya, the teacher, gives the following instruction. The Vedas say, Satyam vada, speak the truth, dharman chara, follow the path of dharma, swadhyayan ma pramadaha, never ever miss out the practice of the study of knowledge. And then Acharyaya priyam dhanamahritya prajatantum madhyavatshetsihi, offer the appropriate Guru Dakshina and continue the family tradition and also the tradition of progeny. Never ever deviate from the path of Satya, from Dharma, and Kushalana Pramaditavyam. Never ever deviate from the path of taking very good care of the well-being of oneself and others around. And then always involved in the pursuit of earning wealth. Bhutyena Pramaditavyam. Study and teaching, swadhyaya and pravachana are very essential. They have to be continued. Worship of the divinities, respect to the departed forefathers are to be done without failure. And let mother be your God, father be your God, let the teacher be your God, let the guest atithi be your God. And whatever is ethical, moral action, they have to be performed. Others should be shunned. And whatever you have learned, good things from the teacher, they have to be followed, others to be not to be followed. And practice charity, give charity with Shraddha, and never ever offer wealth to others with disrespect, and offer wealth to others or do charity with a sense of insufficiency.